Well, the Sixers unveiled a statue for NBA icon Dr. J on Tuesday. The Hall of Famer told ESPN.com that current Sixer Ben Simmons is a, quote, once in a decade, maybe once in a lifetime type player. Mac,
Nope.
that high praise right?
I like the high praise because Ben Simmons is special.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 6'10" Jason Kidd, man. Jason.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, because his vision. I mean, he offensively, as far as shooting the ball, that hasn't developed yet. But in terms of having his impact on the game without having to shoot the ball, his vision, his passing ability, the athleticism, the way he plays, man, he's off the charts, bro.
I mean, pop quiz, how many threes has Ben Simmons made this year? A guard in today's NBA has made how many threes?
I'm going to say
Zero.
Okay.
Zero threes, and look at how he affects the game. I think he is a once-in-a-decade, once-in-a-generation type of player because everybody's going to want to play with that guy. If you think of the size and the ability, outside of the shooting, he reminds you very much of LeBron James, except he doesn't feel the need to score. LeBron James came into the league saying, I'm going to be the greatest of all time. That means I need to score. Ben Simmons doesn't need to score. He's going to distribute, he's going to rebound, he's going to impact the game, and at this age, doing it at this level, man,
One more thing, I will say this, he is a liability at the end of the game, though.
because he doesn't want the ball in his hands.
And he can't shoot free throws.
Mac, you know how this is. If you got a guy on the floor who's afraid to shoot free throws, if you're on the floor, that means we trust you. Don't be afraid.
Do you have faith that he can repair his jump shot or his free throw at the course? I mean, this is rookie season.
It's so early.
Right.
You have to, at this point, give him benefit of the doubt.
I believe somebody that good at basketball will find a way.
But my thing, like, we had Shaq on our team, and Shaq was a terrible free throw shooter, but when he was out there, he wasn't playing hot potato with the Rock.
No,
like,
he wanted to get fouled.
He wanted to get fouled because at the very least, I'm going to put you in foul trouble. I'm going to get everybody in the bonus. I'm going to foul some guys out.
Right.
But, you know, again, is a guy who's 20 years old, 21 years old. He'll get there, I guess.
The mentality. I mean, you can't beat it. Like, I like that kid.
While we're talking about Simmons, though, and we're seeing little clips here of also Donovan Mitchell, I got to ask, Rookie of the Year race, I have a ballot. I have no idea who I'm going to vote for. So I need to cheat. So y'all need to give me y'all notes and let me know who I should vote for.
Just look at the numbers. Just look at both the regular numbers and the advanced numbers, and it's not really close. It's basically, you're talking about one is a scorer and one is an all-around player. And the way Ben Simmons impacts the floor, he's not a scorer, and yet he shoots 54% from the floor. Defensively, he's better. Assist-wise, rebounding, he's better. He just impacts the game a lot more than Donovan Mitchell. It's not a shot at Donovan Mitchell. I mean,
you know,
the guy's had a great year.
Both
and at one point this year, he might have been Rookie of the Year if it would have ended, you know, 2/3 of the season.
For me, I have to go with Donovan Mitchell because of he having more on his plate to do. I mean, Ben Simmons is playing with Joel Embiid.
Yep.
You know, he's playing with an all-star. This kid is in the wild, wild west and sitting in the 4th seed right now as a rookie leading this team.
Is he? Or is Rudy Gobert their best player?
Rudy Gobert is their best defensive player. But their best overall player that makes them go is Donovan Mitchell.
That's fine, but the numbers are still there. And I think the one thing that you would want to take into account is it fair that Ben Simmons got basically a gap year to work
That's
with?
what I was about to say. And it's also tough for me because Ben Simmons, he knows what, you know, the practice.
Yeah.
He knows.
He's gone through the process.
He knows the schedule. He's been through the process. It's easier for him.
This is my question for you, Izzy. The gap year aside, is there anything for the intangibles in this vote? In other words, to me, what spoke volumes about Donovan Mitchell is he's a rookie, walk in that locker room, and all those vets said, we're following that guy.
Right.
Even though they had Ricky Rubio, who's a pretty good point guard in this league, they said, no, that's our leader now. And nobody questioned it. And the moment they started him and put the ball in his hands, that's when Utah's season changed. That's why they're in this playoff conversation right now. Is there any place for that intangible, that his
Sure, but you can also counter it with Ben Simmons, and that Donovan Mitchell is leading that team as a scorer. Ben Simmons is leading that team in all aspects.
I don't know if Ben Simmons is leading that team.
As the point guard, he's got the ball in his. I mean, look what he's done the last couple games without Joel Embiid
in
as well.
terms of leadership.
Brooklyn.
Okay, you want to put intangibles in there, but I'll show you the numbers. And the numbers are overwhelming. I mean, Simmons is 11 triple-doubles. Donovan has 0 double-doubles. Like, that's
kind of an argument. Like, who cares,
you
man?
can't do that. Come on,
That's just one example, but I'm telling you, they're all there. Like, look at the advanced numbers as player efficiency rating. It's not close when you look at that. But if you want to go the intangibles route, that's fine. But down the road, 10, 15 years from now, you're going to regret not giving Ben Simmons.
I'm going to regret it.
Mm-hmm. It's like not giving LeBron Rookie of the Year.
I say co-MVP. Co-rookie.
I hope that's how. I hope that. I mean, that's not how it works, but I hope it works out like that.